Our second city, Flint. You want to have a terrible city name? Go with Flint. Oh, it's probably better than Carrot Head. When you have to think about how you pronounce a city name, you fail. Hmm. We'll do the Griffin Tower first. Not a Cavalier is worse than a champion, naturally, the upgrade version, but in some units the difference isn't all that great, so a Cavalier is a good unit on its own, you don't need the upgrade. So, with certain things like the Griffins, the upgrade is worth it. The speed and unlimited retaliations make Cruel Griffins a very, very good unit. Now we have a need to test out what this is. Farm. I don't mind that at all. It's the thing is, with a castle hero, you're very likely to not get fire magic. You'll just take skills by leveling up. So having someone with the fire magic is it's a very good thing. I'm not sure I want this for everyone though. I mean, both casters. I might as well take it though. That's guaranteed one magic speciality. I'm not gonna take it with the knights. But the casters could both take it. Yep. 2 clerics, 2 knights. Clerics get the fire magic. Yep, that sounds about right. It's not a good hero, but it's a spellcaster. We probably want to spend spell points too, because he'll likely do something and retreat. So we want to cause as many casualties as we can before he escapes, and that won't amount to much. Ooh, back forward. I think we have a good chance to kill them all. Yes. One hero down. We'll return. I want those magic points returned. They won't amount to much, but they're still very valuable. So fire magic it is. It's if we can get the curse spell or the blind, maybe some kind of berserk spell, fairly powerful spells, but we don't really have any magic guild upgrades at the moment, but we're mostly seeing water and earth. And I'm not sure if it's totally random or is it because of our castle of choice. Or faction. It's definitely a problem though. Okay, I want to test another thing. We are now 114 points from the next level up. So I want to see what happens if I use the Tree of Knowledge at this point. Do we just get the 100 whatever points of experience, or do we gain something more? 10 gems. 10 gems for a level up. Jesus Christ, that's a heavy cost to pay. I'll take the advanced wisdom. Because access to 4th level spells is something we can gain on this scenario. No, we gained a ton of experience. That's good because I think it might be that the relative distance the next level gets maintained. If you catch my meaning, if you were 10% of the experience required to get or you have the 90% of the needed experience to get the next level up, you don't get the remaining 10%. You get a level up in the sense that you get 90% of the experience needed for the next level. So it's not just we got more than what 1,000 experience from that. So we're very close to gaining level 5. I'm not gonna do that though. The reason is the cost, 10 gems. Those gems are much better used to buy mages guilds, if nothing else. We do need to attack. Here's the problem. I'd like to gain access to those better spells before going, because there's a good chance I'm not coming back with the hero. Alternatively, we might want not to upgrade this mage's guild first, because it's the starter city and no one's ever going to come back here. And this, on the other hand, might be a different story. Maybe some other cities too, so maybe we don't want to start upgrading just yet. Ooh, observatory. Subterranean gates. We don't have much of an army to use at this point. Not much spells, not much of an army, basic wisdom. I do intend to get advanced wisdom. Everything else is sort of secondary in importance. Because at the start of the next scenario mission, I need to be able to immediately get into action, start exploring, start conquering places, and that's really easy to do if you have a solid spellcaster with you and access to good spells. Yeah, we can make a fairly strong army out of this. I'm not sure we want to. I mean, we don't want to take everything on this. There's other heroes that should also get upgrades. So if this takes everything, there's not enough left to make another good group. I think we could afford to take a few more of these. Yeah, that's a solid army to have. We'll leave that in rest for the next hero. We could go to the Pack of Beholders. We need the gems. Not for the latest skills, we can take the easy level ups. Either way. Yeah, you should come here. One city is not enough to produce armies for everyone. And that's it. Yeah, he won't be able to do anything. More ore. Very nice. More lumber. Ooh, who are you? Several lots horde pack. It's an army of significant size. Not sure we can take it. I'll try to gain some reinforcements. I won't amount to much. Maybe some archers. What do we have in this army? We could upgrade the pikemen. But that won't make much of a difference. I'd rather have more units, no matter what they are. So archers are 9 archers, won't amount to much. It's something. Yeah, Adelaide. You will be our another invasion army. This time with crusaders and monks. What's the difference? Defense is better, double the amount of shots, and speed is higher. Very nice. Our spells are absolute crap. And you have fire magic? No. Go and learn it. They offer to join us. No, we can't really afford that. I'm not fond of beholders anyway, so oh no! That single casualty is probably pretty much the worst thing we'll suffer in this. Advanced wisdom, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, well, that's perfectly fine lumber there. It's technically it's wood, but I'm calling it lumber. Wood on its own isn't exactly good for anything. Upgrade Archer's Tower. This way we can at least upgrade the existing forces we have. So, 3 groups of archers now. Let's make them 2. And let's go pick a fight. We need more money. Could use more resources too. Yeah, you don't need fire magic, definitely not. You are lack a lot of. Don't even have goddamn wisdom. And I don't want fire magic on all of them. Earth or air would be preferable. We might as well upgrade something. Restore Sunlaw? No. I'll save my money. He's a comparable hero to us, except his power is crap, but his knowledge is great. We have a good power, but our knowledge is great. Our morale is better, our luck is better. In attack and in defense, we have minor advantage. So I think we'll be mostly okay. We'll be on the defense. Now their range combat capabilities are now out. It's just we need to kill as many of them as we can before we engage into melee. What can we cast? Slew. I'll want them to be a little bit closer. A little bit closer. Let's hope they don't get morale boost. A little bit closer. Yep. We need to make them hurt. So rid of those guys. Alternatively, we could attack them. No. This is going very well for us. Spellcasting time is over. Yeah, they'll retreat very likely. I'm okay with that. The army is gone. No. Yeah, maximum level. Some items. Yeah, expert leadership or navigation. I don't intend to travel by water too much, so expert leadership. +3 to morale from the skill alone. And basic wisdom, yes. It's just... Wisdom is such a core skill that I want everyone to have. Without it, you can only cast first and second level spells. Third level is basically crap, so just getting the skill doesn't usually do much, but you need to get it to advance. Fourth level is very strong. Fifth is of questionable ability usually, but in certain situations it can be pretty much overpowering. No point really proceeding with this hero anymore. But no, I'm not going to sit around here doing nothing. Let's take a look. Have you visited these? No. So Christian should return to the start. That means we can upgrade this. At least he will go to level 2. I mean level 3 spells. So that's Ice Bolt crap, Weakness crap, Unfortune crap, Skullbolt crap. So giant pile of crap. It's wonderful. Can't upgrade to City Hall. So these are basically pointless. We do need to have some kind of defense here. It's very close to a underground entrance, so we can't just abandon this entirely. That will require the blacksmith. No point pursuing them, we're not gaining experience from them. We need more power. Yes, we have an okay amount of knowledge from them. We get to mage skills level 4. Forgetfulness, that's a good spell. Air Shield, that's an okay spell, but Forgetfulness is better. Destroy Undead can be useful, depending on the opposition, but not useful against our enemies. So Forgetfulness, that's a properly good spell. Prevents range units from attacking. They forget to attack, or you forget to use their range weapon. I think that's the description. It's potentially ridiculously overpowered. Actually, if the enemy doesn't really rely on range combat, it's fairly useless. But no one is... Everyone uses range combat to some extent, so it's always useful. No need to pursue. Secure resources. What is this? Learn a secondary skill. I need the mage skill now. Level 4. Means one extra piece of crystal. So what are the super spells we gain from that? Berserk. Target unit will randomly attack the nearest unit, be it friend or foe. This is actually a very powerful ability. And we have the fire elemental skill on 2 casters. The thing is, it's not useful in the early parts of the game. It's especially useful if you encounter huge stacks of hostiles. Or an enemy hero that have a significant army size, because they usually have very slow but tough moving enemies right in the middle of their defending their troops. So if you can cast that on one of them, they'll slaughter their own units. No amount of damage spells can match that sort of damage output, but on the other hand, you need it. It's not useful unless accompanied by either a powerful spellcasting hero or a significant army size, because you can't finish things with Berserk. You can tip scales with Berserk. Clone creates a duplicate of the selected unit stack. The image is dispelled if it is tagged. Clones creatures of level 1 to 5. So it's okay. We could what you could do is you have a ton of archers, for example, and he has no way to dispel them. So you can double your range combat damage potential and slaughter the enemy. Alternatively, you have a huge stack of fast units, so you throw a clone on them, and since they can act before the enemy can dispel them, because they're so fast, you can have 2 very powerful attacks. It is potentially a very good spell, so no complaints there. I would have wanted a proper damage spell, though we have none at this point, and that's the problem. Now I wish to engage them. You don't need to have a ton of them, but you do need to have some. Like, lightning bolt is probably the least you need to have. But chain lightning, meteor shower, implosion, chain lightning, yeah, things like that. You need something of that caliber, a level 4 attack spell, or a level 5. It's less important what the actual spell is, as long as you have one of them. With that kind of a spell, you can fairly recklessly attack enemies monsters right from the start. It makes the early game much more faster. So instead of waiting an hour in order for you to produce your needed units and gain the resources needed, you can just take the hero from the start, even with the crappy army, and just head for wherever you need to go. Not everyone can follow at that point, but you can do something. You don't just have to sit around twiddling your thumbs with most of the heroes. Even with just the 4 we have, I'd like to be able to at least send a couple of them do something else, and we can leave the few others to defend, gather upgrades, gather resources, things like that. I need at least one that goes there and starts causing trouble right from the start. Advanced part. Yeah. Better than base navigation. So. Mm. Also potentially very useful if we get the Berserk. We should have it once we just go there and pick it up. Yeah. At the moment we have no fire spell, so it's wasted. We need to buy at least a basic magic guild in all towns. The reason is quite simple. We want as many of the first level spells as we can get, because we want haste, slow, curse, and bless for every single character. It's just too important thing about to ignore. I'm taking the experience. Mysticism, uh, reach spell point regeneration. It's not terrible, but there are wells all over the place. There are cities all over the place. It's not too big of a deal. I'd rather take the update. We do need to use our minis to fight anyway, so we have an okay amount of spell points. What? I'm going to save them. In case we enter a proper serious fight. This is not a serious fight. We can survive this without any real trouble. Yeah, no casualties. Monolith to a new place. I'll rather go clear this place first before proceeding there. And the save. We need to see what the skill here is. Basic air. It's. I'll take it. That's the last magic skill I want on this guy, though. I want something else. So this is not a mage, so I don't regret having to, but that's the absolute maximum I'm willing to have. Air is good because it can haste, and a lot of the good attack spells are like lightning based. Yeah. We do need spell points. And we can only make major skills up to level 4. So Wisdom Expert will do no good here. Only Wisdom Advanced is needed to gain access to everything. Haste would be a great skill to have. just when you need those few extra movement points. Okay. Advanced opens. Yeah, it's a shame they're giving me that. I'd rather take the expert fire. Or we either get a new skill or we become expert at something with the last level up. Cross string. It's a very bad spell. But with her it might be very effective. We'll see. It is not a terrible spell in the sense that it would be useless. It's a terrible spells in the sense it's inferior to other attack spells at the same level. It has its uses. It creates a ring around your target hex. So the good thing is that if you have a small unit of your own surrounded by enemies, you can just hurt the enemies and not your own unit. So it does have uses, but it lacks in power. That's the biggest problem it has. What can you do? You're level 1 knight. It doesn't matter. You need to get out. Go out and do things, gain levels. Yeah. With 2 level ups we could gain an expertise in a spell or get new abilities. Yeah, we're definitely leading. No point staying here. Can't reach the mini hero. I guess I'm going into a defensive mode. Trying to gain reinforcements. Black ore. That's a rare occurrence. Exchange rate is terrible. Upgrade the griffins. The money. That doesn't happen often either. Yeah, we have the advantage. Better army, better heroes, better everything. their army is practically dead at this point. So I don't care if he retreats or not. We've done what we tried to do here. He'll retreat, I'm fine with that. No. Well, it's true that he's playing badly. What level are you? 5, so there's no point taking experience. This will earn us the level up probably. Yeah, I want expertise in something. Fire magic expert. And we have no fire magic spell. So that's interesting. Berserk, maybe Fortune, and that's it. So yeah, hopefully we can get more fire magic spells here. No. Backup fiends. Pit fiends. And it's the end for you. Level 4. The gems are still better used somewhere else. What can you do? Griffin Bastion. Fortune, remove obstacle, precision, ice ball. Fairly weak selection again. No good. No good at all. I think we should... Yeah... we don't need to switch armies. Ooh, and a hostile city, lovely. No heroes around, so let's take it. Yeah, we've got this. We have no defenses. Might as well spend our magic here. Yeah, he's not doing anything anymore. Leadership. Sorcery wouldn't be bad, but you need to be a focused spellcaster to get real advantage out of that. More money, and that's about it. Mirth. No good. Cure at water expertise is really good. And haste. At least that's something most people should have. Haste, slow bless. We just managed to get the curse from somewhere. That would be great. And a secondary skill. Okay, what is it? Basic water. That's not too bad. We want something, and water is a good for buffs. So yeah, that's quite acceptable to me. The only thing we can't get at the moment is earth. Air, water and fire are all available to us. Just need to go to a place and pick them up. Now, air might be good. I'd like to have earth for both of these. She already does that. You don't. So air for her, I think. No, it has to be water because frost ring is water. can get access to places and things like that. Um, Most of our spells at the moment are water and earth. Basic air. No. Expert diplomacy. We can get basic air by just visiting a witch's hut. It's a shame it had to be expert. I'd rather take earth or fire. I mean, it had to be diplomacy. Well, at least that's done now. We can definitely focus on taking money at this point. Yeah, it's over. Short fight. Basic artillery, that's not bad. Artillery is an odd thing because you need it really to have it to expert before you can leverage anything really good out of it. But it does the same thing for a knight hero or non-caster hero that basic attack spells do for a caster. It does abnormal amount of damage for a experienced hero, so you can just slaughter weaker armies without too much trouble. But it's still a single artillery. It's nothing too fancy. So we already have that for one character. We don't need another one. Not everyone has to have it. Because we have two characters, casters, that can function as an early point guy, and we have one of the knights already doing that, so we don't need the last knight doing that too. I'd rather take something else. Have a little bit of variety on our options, that sort of thing. There's limited amounts of armies you have anyway. Level are we? Only 3. Oh, guardhouse. You level 6? Yes. Then run. Mm, Visiting the city just out of habit. Okay, firewall, crap. Weakness, crap. Remove obstacle, crap. Asphalt, crap. Yeah, looking good. You have basic wisdom, so that's third level spells. Suddenly, Sorsha and her army. And we have nothing here, do we? Not really new. Crap. We don't want to give the city back to her. At least not these units, so find them a way. Ah, maybe use it from there. Disguise. Yeah, that's going to be super useful. You can make your army look like something different. That's probably very useful if you're playing multiplayer, but not against the AI. Yeah, moving on. Knowledge 2, power 2. What else? What else can we do? Again, ballistic's good, but mostly it's too situational. It's a solid ability though. It's not something you regret if you gain it accidentally. So a fight with sword. We could buy a hero here. The only point of this hero is basically defense. So, come get us. Level 1 hero versus level 1 hero, it's all about the armies. I think we have this, because the arrow tower, it alone will decide this. What we need to do is get rid of those harpies. They can attack without us having ability to fire back, so harpies must die. Wait. Wait for now. Yeah, this went very good for us. Very well for us. Oh wait. The arrow targets are towering their ranged combat units. We'll be fine. Yeah, the AI controlling the enemy here is pretty weak. So even with a larger army, it's very probable that he would have lost. He just sucks. They weren't kidding about the easy difficulty. If he would get the catapult skill, he would have destroyed all the walls and the arrow tower a long time ago. Now he isn't gonna get anything done. He has no skill in that. Troglodyte population levels, that's a problem. Yeah, every place is now filled with hordes of troglodytes. It's a problem because he has his normal city includes troglodytes. So if he had a huge stock of troglodytes ready, now he just doubled that. We'll have to see, but it's going to have to wait until the next time.